everybody. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know who I am, because I know I pop up on people's feed sometimes random, I'm Charmaine. Like the title says, it says cold messaging, why not? Um, I've spoken on this many times in the past, and I feel like it's time for a little refresher. You guys, I get cold messaged on a daily basis. Funny thing is I get cold message by people in the company that I was in for well over 4 years. I still haven't even officially like terminated yet, so technically speaking, I'm still a distributor, but I get cold message on a daily basis. So I titled this to cold messaging, why not? And so I'm literally here to tell you why not to cold message. And it's so weird because I hopped into the coaching world, right? And I thought, oh, safe, right? Because in the coaching world, it's completely different. We're not selling a product, we're selling our services. But go figure, you guys, that even in the coaching world, coaches cold message. Mm-hmm. And virtual assistants cold message. I get cold messages all the time about people trying to offer me their services as my coach. I get PM'd all the time. I don't even know who they are. They'll friend request me and then immediately, boom, offer me a virtual assistant service. And so, you guys, why not? It's very impersonal. It's spammy. Honestly, it makes a lot of people just want to block you. There's no relationship, there's no rapport between you and the person you're trying to get as a client or a customer, right? There's nothing there. It's almost like doing door-to-door sales trying to sell the vacuums like back in the day, right? It's a numbers game. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean you'll never get a customer, but you are closing so many potential doors by cold messaging. Because let's say you talked to 10 people, right? And you got one customer from the cold messaging. Okay, good. Congratulations. That's freaking awesome. You got a 10% feedback. But what if those other nine would have bought had you actually build rapport with them, actually built a relationship, some kind of level of trust, right? Because a lot of people don't buy because they don't trust. So trying to think what could it be? Especially weight loss. I get messaged all the time asking if I want to hop on this weight loss product. Sometimes it's shakes, sometimes it's a program where you drink the shakes and they have workouts. Sometimes it's a magic pill, sometimes it's coffee, sometimes it's a tea. I get messaged all the time asking me, what if I didn't want to lose weight? What if I am 100% fine with my own body and don't want to lose not even 0.5 pounds? And you are all cold messaging me about losing weight. Or I also get cold messages about like the hair shampoo stuff or these nail sticker things. You guys, I'm being real with you guys. My nails are short as heck. I'm trying to stop. I put clear coat on it because I have been a nail biter since I was little. Okay, so I don't put anything. I don't put color. I don't put stickers of any sort. So this is what I mean. Like, what if 6 months from now and I kick the habit and I'm looking for these stickers, to put on my new grown out nails, but you already pushed me away by cold messaging me when I was struggling with trying to grow out my nails. Do you guys get kind of what I'm saying? It's just, you close the door on somebody that you could have built a good, long lasting relationship with, because a lot of the things that we offer here in the online space can be very long term. For example, coaching. If someone is cold messaging you, trying to be your coach, you could have had a year contract with them. You could have been with them for years. As long as they're steps ahead of you, they're a good potential coach. Okay. Like VA services. Oh man, I know people who've had the same VA for 5, 6, 7 years. You could have had an amazing long-term client had you not pushed them away with the icky cold messaging. Had you just built the relationship, had nothing behind it. Now, when I say build the relationships, I don't mean go build a bunch of relationships on Facebook with the idea that you're going to sell something to every single one of them. It's just not going to happen. A lot of what people don't tell you in the background of the very successful people who have long-term clients and customers is they were in the background spending hours messaging and building rapport. They were getting to know people. They know that their cat is 5 years old and its name is Sam. They know its name Sam because, their kid read Sam I Am by Dr. Seuss. Like, I have relationships like that with people. And if you actually build a real relationship, it's not hard to remember little things. It's kind of like just having a friend. You know all the things that you know about your friend because you care. So take a second and just give a shit, you guys. Just give a shit about the person you're talking to and stop seeing a giant dollar sign on their forehead. Because cold messaging, although it will get you customers, because I'm not saying people aren't successful from it. I know people who are amazingly successful from it. But go ask them how many people they're messaging a day, and then go ask them about the retention rate. Because normally when you cold message someone, once you sell to them, that's it. You don't talk to them really anymore. Maybe you'll talk to them next month. Maybe you'll talk to them as they have an auto shipment. Maybe if they ask you a question. But there's no relationship there. There's no real reason to continue chatting, right? That's the bad part about cold messaging too. Even if you get a client, it's very rare that they become long-term. Some people stay long-term because they end up falling in love with products. But if you want more long-term clients, you have to build a rapport because you have to help them find the right product or service. Once you help them find the right product or service, they're hooked in. They're going to stay with you. They're going to trust you. It's all about trust. Think about yourself. Would you want to buy from somebody who just sent you the message you just sent someone else? Also, would you want to be a long-term client with someone who that's how you bought from them? Would you feel comfortable messaging them if you had a question? Messaging them if you were struggling in any way? Probably not. And so that is why I'm telling you, just don't. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are in MLMs and you have uplines and they told you cold messaging is the way. And then a lot of you guys transitioned into owning your own service-based business. And so you guys become virtual assistants or coaches. But I'm going to tell you right now, there are some coaches that I was watching silently and I wasn't going to invest right away. It was a course that I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool to take when the time comes, right? I'm gonna throw something random out there, like building a sales funnel. Because right now I do everything on Facebook. So what if it was like building a sales funnel that's gonna funnel people and give me their email so that I can start doing email marketing? And that was the course, because I know nothing about that, you guys. And that's not the actual course that it was, but I'm just throwing something random out there so that no names are said. So let's say that I was just following that person and that's what I wanted to learn, and then they went and cold messaged me. Now, the problem with that is to me, cold messaging is icky. So my response is probably completely different than somebody else's, but I will tell you that I no longer follow that person and I will not be taking that person's course. So it's just, building the relationship is so different. You build the relationship, you make friends, you make connections, and from there, you never know. You might be able to send them somebody who needs them for something. They might be able to send you somebody who needs you for something. That's what building these like online friendships and relationships is. There's no dollar sign on anybody's forehead. Everybody's not a customer. Okay, that's a lie. I used to hear that all the time in my MLM. Don't do it. And, oh, send out 100 messages a day, you'll get at least, one customer, I used to be told. Why would I do that? If I could just really connect with maybe 10 people and get a higher retention rate. So just build relationships. I mean, everyone thinks that they see these people online with mass success and that everybody's cold messaging and this is how they're doing it. What you guys don't see is a lot of these people, they think that the cold message got them the client. Ask them how many times they followed up before that cold message client bought. The reason I'm telling you this is because in the MLM space, we call it a follow-up, right? You initially cold message someone, they might chat with you a little bit, and then they don't buy, and you follow up. There's some people who used to tell me, you have to follow up 12 times before you get a customer. Did you guys not realize that following up is building a relationship? The only difference is more people shut the door on your face to allow the follow-ups because they blocked you, because you cold messaged them, than rather if you would have just done the follow-ups in the beginning. Checking in, how are you? Oh, I love that picture of your kids. Be genuine, for the love of the universe, please be genuine. Because I've had people message me saying my kids are so cute, and then said something along the lines of like, how do I like being a mom of 2? You guys have 4 kids and they're all over my Facebook. And like for Easter, for Christmas, for like the big holidays, I show all 4 of my children. So if you come into my inbox and you tell me, how do I deal with 2 children? Goodbye. Because that means you only scrolled recently and you happen to catch an eye of 2 of my kids. So don't do it, because that's how you get blocked. And you could have just made the relationship, and left more doors open. So if you decide, I'm going to do it backwards, I'm going to do follow-ups, and then the spiel is at the end if I ever see an opening where they actually need my product or service, right? Instead of reverse, where the spiel is in the front and then you're trying to build a relationship after. How about you build the relationship first, and if you ever see a need for your product or service, then you can offer it to them. Try that way and see those 10 doors that you went to go chat with people. Maybe one person, two people won't respond, because it happens to all of us. Don't think that you're going to get a response from everybody when you're trying to build relationships. But it's a heck of a lot better than 9 doors shutting and one person continuing to talk to you. Correct? So try it that way. We call it following up in the MLM world. A lot of coaches and virtual assistants who left MLM, who kind of were MLM brainwashed, didn't see it as anything besides cold message follow-up, because that's what I'm getting a lot. I'm getting cold message follow-up. Okay? Do it the other way. Do follow-up, which is in reality, build the relationship and then turn around and give them your spiel at the end. And when I say at the end, I mean maybe you're talking to them for 6 days. Maybe it's 6 months. You never know. Maybe it's 6 weeks. Everybody is different. There might just be a point in time where they confide in you and say, hey, I'm struggling with keeping my mind right, or I'm trying to learn manifestation and I can't figure out why the heck I'm attracting all this crappy crap to my life, and then maybe you're a coach and you have a manifesting course. Maybe you just read a book and you're just going to help them. Maybe it's somebody wrote a book about manifesting. You're like, you know what? A friend of mine wrote this. It's amazing. I already read it. I used it. You could use this. You just help somebody else. You linked people. And at the same time, they'll link you. It's a give and take in this world. I'm a true believer of like karma and energy evening itself out. So I just erase the dollar signs, build the relationships, clients will come. And it's like planting seeds, right? People say, hey, plant seeds. Yeah, this is planting seeds. This is you messaging someone just to build a relationship, though. Planting a seed isn't, hey, this is my magical weight loss pill. Here's a seed in your head if you ever want to lose weight. No, it's, hey, you can trust me. You and I have rapport in a relationship, and plant those seeds. Let them grow. Do it a little backwards from what you've been taught. And I promise you guys, the rate of what you get customers in 3 months from now versus what you're doing now with all this cold messaging, it's going to be an amazing difference. Just stick to it. This is where the things that they say is true. Consistency is key. Keep with the follow-up, which means just keep building the relationship. Don't give up. And then your door will open. Not with every single client, but maybe they're going to be like, you know what? Hey, I've been talking to this girl for 6 months and I know she sells this. I know she teaches this. Go check her out. And you could do the same thing for them.